saying the aggressive dispel versus the Darkseer too. So,
yeah.
All right, let's see. I mean, you favoring Beast Coast. Not a big fan of this last pick for K1. See what he's going to be able to pull out of the hat, and again, what he can do with this extra 250 gold on the laning phase for the Alchemist. So hasn't bought anything just yet. It's going to be the boots and how he's going to be able to get. Just don't even use the advantage.
Just get your Radiance faster. I'm sure that's been tried in some very low level pub, and it was probably very successful too.
So if Heroic do get out of the lanes, can we see this be a scary lineup that can start to deathball and group up? Because you have auras from Darkseer, the ability to be able to take objectives, and importantly Roshan with Tag Team and Shadow Fiend. Is this something that could be an issue for Beast Coast if, say, like Heroic do get their items at a pretty decent timing?
Yeah, as much as I don't really like the Alch pick, Shadow Fiend can just 1v5 the game pretty easily, okay. Right? Especially with a Darkseer who, like, imagine vacuum into like a Requiem late game. It's gonna be potentially just game breaking. The battle begins. So we'll have to see on that one. And it looks like we're gonna have 3 runes going the way of Heroic here. So already not bad of a start. Trying to punish Schofield here, but do you really want to chase Schofield down?
It's a mental play. Just bully him. No, come on.
And this means your Pango. No. Your Pango cannot be 1v2 in that bot lane.
Okay, never mind. Don't do it. Go back bottom.
Like, that was the one way you grief this, right? Is if like you let Pango 2v1 against this Alchemist. Alright, got the concoction. I'll throw it out. They're chill.
Okay. This is going to be kind of nice for Lumpy mid lane, actually connected with the MP onto Analog, so a hero that relies on razors. See, of course he's got mangoes and eventually bottle, but maybe early on it could help out.
Yeah,
see how this matchup's actually going to play.
The reason why a lot of people are going for this Bosslex build versus Invoker too is for that same reason, right? You just burn his mana. He has no way of like running away from it, and then you don't get spam raised to the face. That's another option.
Nice, that's always good. Avoid the raises. You wanted a hero that's just range and can't take 3 raises. What about someone that can just take the mana away and doesn't have to worry about them at all? And we got that from Lumpy, so
that's why we're seeing this Invoker as a response to Shadow Fiend almost every single time. And look, yes, no mana now in the mid lane to really abuse this Invoker under the tower.
We'll having a fine time. See how some of the side lanes are going. Top lane, pretty volatile and a lot of aggressive side lanes. I mean, Darkseer early on, not the strongest laner. Once you get levels, very impactful. But again, you're going into the Oracle, so like, is this really actually a kill lane for Heroic, considering there's always this Oracle that's going to probably shut down any aggressive attempt?
It's gonna be very difficult for them to get any kills in that top lane, unless it's on to Moose. Moose can die, but it's really hard for him to die too. He's gonna have to die to right clicks only. And I guess the Vi Llama did choose the facet where he gets attack speed. As you can see, without that Iron Shield damage, yeah, probably not happening up there. Bot lane though, heroes can die. Well, they should have thrown out a random bushwhack there.
Of course, naturally with the acid spray, lane's going to push, so Vitali wave in front of the tower. Almisha is going to use this time to try and zone them away, give the Penguin some solo experience. Isn't going to contest the Lotus though, so KJ will get that. And Schofield's going to get the Lotus up top, so both going Heroic's way.
Shadow Fiend getting mana burned again. Yeah, this might be one of those games where we don't see kills for a while. But I have a sneaking suspicion this bot lane is where most likely some action will happen.
So what's going on top? What's Schofield up to? Bit of a pest.
Just chilling.
Starting to drag the way by the look of it. Maybe Pikers can catch up to him with the Chaos Knight.
Bit of a slow burner game here. I'm really expecting some kills to be happening somewhere, but doesn't appear to be the case. Oh, he misclicked on Moose, I think. Yeah. He ended up nuking the Chaos Knight instead of the Llama there. I mean, I'm actually a little surprised here that how well Divine Llama is doing on this top lane. He's like beyond free farming against an Oracle and a CK. These are probably two of his worst matchups. Showing the strength of this hero, yeah.
This guy can be incredibly impactful. The hero, the player. Give Divine Llama a good start. People and you've got the Alchemist, the Tusk to be able to amplify. You spoke about the Shadow Fiend with the Wombo combo inside some of these late game fights. It's gonna be a difficult time for them, and they're gonna actually start to play a little bit aggressive. Look at the tag team damage. I mean, Divine Llama, he's got a lot of stats, man, and they're gonna miss out on the Fortune's End. Nice timing of the snowball, but no level in the shard zone. Want to more harass out of the tag team, but this is kind of showcasing like what is the potential here with the right clicks along with the tag team. So now they have to be a little bit more worried about that. Bottom lane, K1. Just the big stick, and I think Healing Lotus as well, so just survives.
And this is why this Darkseer is getting banned out a lot. Is it's the facet, right? The mental fortitude. This hero has almost 1100 HP. It's pretty ridiculous. He's very, very hard to kill. It's a
unique hero. Very cool, very cool.
He is very
Misha's hunting K1. Misha's not going to run into him. But KJ does, and he's starting to get the poison going. I don't think it's going to be enough. Someone was thinking about rotating through the portal. You even have the top. Okay, I mean, yeah, if you run straight into him and you're going to keep the stacks going, KJ, he's happy with getting first blood. He buys up, gets the boots, Moose comes through, and it's a full wave that's going under the tower.
Misha did not expect the damage there. Potentially, if he fairy fired, he wouldn't have got bursted. But yeah, that was like 80% of his health. 5 stacks.
Look at the tower.
Yeah, it's taking a beating here. Moose is still chilling around here. But El Misho deciding not to TP because I think he wants the wisdom. Looks like they're trying to go here onto Moose.
He's going to be caught out on the low ground. There are a lot of heroes starting to converge on the area. Moo's going to try and spellcast as much as he can before his death. Vitaly should be able to continue to chase KJ down. Lumpy is here, which is the important one. He's going to get an earn charge. So at least now has this to be able to utilize. And unfortunately for Schofield, he's too late to snipe the Wisdom Rune.
That's a 2,000 gold lead already here for Heroic. This Shadow Fiend, this Darkseer, almost permanently banned in most of the games we've seen. And Heroic gets both of them, and kind of showcasing why these heroes have been permanently banned.
One lane again, the action will continue. Sacred, so Vitaly already. Thunder trying to turn all the way around from the shards next to the wall, so has an avenue to be able to bounce back on. Not even required with it expiring. Lumpy connects onto 2. They got the damage, though, with the bushwhack still there. There's no escape. The Shadow Fiend's going to start to swing down to bottom, but Enelok doesn't have that much mana. One raise, but what else have you got now? The right clicks, maybe. Schofield, is he going to tick up? Wait, Lumpy step forward? He walked up. Do they have detection? He's going to die. Bushwhack onto 2. They don't see him. Lumpy's actually going to live.
I don't know who outplayed who there, but since there's no sentry on the ground, this Invoker gets out, and then he goes into Ghostwalk form, and now he's just regenerating.
Are they going back in?
See, analog. This is risky business, but maybe they can.
KJ's at least nearby.
Oh, you got it back after
nice
that.
Banishment. I wonder if Lumpy is a bit hesitant.
Yeah, there's a lot of single target save here. The snowball, the disruption. It's going to be very difficult to just burst down a single hero if those heroes are ever nearby.
Radiant's middle tower is
Dude,
under
what is
attack.
Divine Llama's net worth?
It's
What's
ridiculous.
going on?
Yeah, like they did not deal with this hero whatsoever, and then Moose decided he's going to start roaming, stacking instead, and they just gave up on the lane. They're like, all right, he's fat. What can you do? And I like how you put it the best. Like Divine Llama, he's a very, very scary player when he's ahead. He
It's
can
very
do a
well
lot.
when he has that lead. Yes, without a doubt. Misho gonna give a kill, and importantly, I mean, this is just the support, so it's a lot of experience. KJ will have value with the early purge this game. Alright. 2,000 net worth lead. 7 kills. We had a bit of a slow start, but now we're getting a lot of action towards the bottom side. We'll continue as well with a dive under the tower. Vitaly.
So
fine
he
with the
just
shield
takes 0
crash.
damage, you know.
Yeah.
You can use your spells on him if you want, but if he hits 2 heroes with shield crash, he just gets a 400 shield, right? At 9 minutes into the game. Very cool stuff.
Yeah, very cool. No, yeah. Here is good positionism. Doesn't need to be nerfed. Here, shield crash great. Everything's great about it.
Yes, it's not the swashbuckle anymore.
No.
They made his other spell OP.
Lumpy. Let's see, we're probably looking at the vessel being the big one. Or at least him. He's getting pretty goddamn close to it as well. Already has the Midas queued up. So looking to try and transition and use this to help with keeping up with the farm. And they're actually going to try and smoke as well. So Lumpy will shove it out, connect with Elmisha. Elmisha is still not level 6. So no sharpshooter. They really want to open up this bottom tower though. And with the catapult, they should be able to.
Just depends if Divine Llama wants to join the fight with his mech that he has already. Mech and wall are available, but even if you do come to this fight, the tower's dead. Yeah, and bring Pike to the fray, and that... Okay, or is Schofield gonna do Schofield things?
Importantly, they're hunting K1 as well.
Schofield's not
getting
dead.
chased, but meanwhile, the Alchemist as well. And without the quick kill onto the Elk, now there's TPs that have been able to react in time. They will not be able to stop Elmisha and Lumpy from getting away. But yeah, Schofield lived, and meanwhile, your mid tower almost died.
Oh, the tornado just off the mark. Maybe if you hit that, potentially you can follow up on it, but at this point, you might as well just deny this mid tower. It is too low to save. Down it goes there, and Schofield's like the Dota 2 Houdini. He just like makes things happen that you just don't expect.
That's a lot, but no charges, unfortunately, for Lumpy. Without the kill down bottom going his way. His lead is continuing to grow. 3,000 now. You are feeling like you need to start to make some moves, or you convert on these moves importantly. Maybe Schofield. Yeah, you're going to start, but very cool from Schofield, even giving him an avenue to maybe snowball over the top to the neutrals. He was really quick on that reaction as well if it was needed.
I think you're just pretty happy right now, free farming on all 3 cores. Keep at it. I mean, you're having a pretty good game on the Pango. CK's game wasn't great, and Foker's game is really falling off because he's not getting these rotations. But it's gotten to the point where Hector, he was the only one that was struggling just a little bit. He just came back to a bunch of stacks in the jungle, and he's just farming up jungle camps now, so he is catapulted to top net worth now. And then when you do have a hero like Shadow Unite, maybe this is the avenue they were talking about when they picked Hector this hero. It's like, okay, the lane is whatever. I'm just going to pick Shadow Demon. I'm going to stack like crazy, and I want you to play a hero that can farm all the stacks that my hero is going to be generating.
Yeah. He took the stacks. The Shadow Theme just took a quad ancient stack, I believe, as well. So that's yours completed with 1,000 gold in the bank. They're just out farming the map. And this is kind of where my question was coming from earlier with, like, if Heroic get their items, which they have a gigantic lead. What are beastcoast actually going to do when you start running down, getting ages, and then your towers, like, how are you actually going to be able to defend them? You've gotten nothing out of this Lumpy Invoker. This Spirit Vessel, which you were saying has a lot of value this game, he still hasn't got a charge yet to be able to use it.
Well, that is definitely a concern here, and especially as an Invoker, that's your issue. If you fall behind, it's not one of those heroes that can flash farm. Like your Meteor has like a 60-second cooldown or something ridiculous. And that's like your one farming tool. Other than that, you just got to right click the creeps to death. Meanwhile, you're playing versus an Alchemist, Darkseer, and Shadow Fiend, all flash farmers in their own regard. Of course, you're going to get out farmed on the map. You have to do something, and you have to do it soon on Beast Coast, because no matter how good your draft could be, it doesn't really matter if you're super far behind in the game.
Maybe you have this Observer Ward behind the tier 1 tower top to look to make a play with. You see, when you're speaking about the stacks, 17 stacks created here from Heroic, big reason why they have this lead, and maybe they can force the issue though top, but you're at this stage, like, even if you take a team fight, Divine Llama has Greaves, you've got Shadow Demon playing behind him, potential Tusk save as well. Like, you have to be absolutely perfect with these goes on Beast Coast in a 5-man fight.
Yeah, you do. You know what's crazy to me is I'm looking at Shadow Fiend, who's been absolutely free farming this entire game, not missing a single beat. He's the lowest net worth core on Heroic. As a lead, it goes up to 6,000 gold now. Heroic completely outclassing Beast Coast.
Vitaly down bottom.
Game 1. I don't know if they have the
All they
damage
need is
for
just
this,
to enable
but...
Analog to be able to get in range.
Oh, he yielded a creep? His Yules is on cooldown. I don't know what he ended up yuling there, but maybe a misclick.
They're looking to maybe intercept the bottom, jump in from K1, assassinates the Hoodwink on the back line. Vitaly tries to charge up the Rolling Thumb, but Lumpy's in some danger, and our Divine Llama's going to be here as well with the Requiem combo. They're going to lose out on their Invoker, and this game, it's completely out of control. K1, concoction before the Pangleam makes it over towards the secret shot. They're going to be able to continue to chase him over the cliff. It's Heroic. I mean, they can do no wrong.
Yeah, it's definitely got to that point. I think this game, things did not go the way they wanted to. They were not able. They picked this they picked the Oracle for the Darkseer, right? And that failed. This hero was designed to ruin Darkseer's game. Outside of that, it doesn't have a big purpose in this game. So that's the first thing that went wrong here. The next thing that went wrong is you gave away Shadow Fiend, and your answer to it was this Invoker. That didn't work. The only thing that went slightly right for you was the fact that your Pango ended up winning bottom lane, but whoop-de-doo. You know what I mean? Whoop-de-doo. You won a lane versus an Alchemist. Congratulations. He had a Shadow Demon who just stacked the whole world for him, and he came back, no problem whatsoever. And now, this game, it's looking real rough. And you don't have another play in this game other than just to run it back and keep running at them. Because every second you stop running at them, they are going to be out farming you like thousands of gold. Might even be like 1k per minute if it's just like a complete stalemate in farming. But there's going to be a point where I think Heroic is going to get a bit more aggro and start taking farm away from their opponent.
I really would have liked if they smoked with the Chaos Knight. I think this is maybe the time for him to actually start to fight. He's getting the Orchid delivered. And I think maybe he could be this extra person for them, which we have not seen prior to be able to help out. But they're going to smoke. No one's around the room, which they thought maybe a fight would occur. Heroic are actually going to the right side of the map, expecting that someone is over towards the Ancients. Both sides kind of have a bit of the wrong read with the smoke.
Still going to the same area. One of them may connect. But K1's not there, so this could be 5 against 4.
And eat the Phantasm for the damage that they've been lacking, and they will not have it all the way around. Smoke is going to probably expire under the ward, so they will get a good idea of where Heroic are positioned.
This is a big advantage for them, knowing exactly where they're at here. Schofield's gonna
They
bait.
don't have the Alchemist as well at the start of the fight. It's a decent wall. Banishment's going to be able to give them some time. They'll be able to still deal with the Tusk. The combos aren't really enough at the moment. It's a 1v1. Vitaly with the Rolling Thunder, sensing this is maybe an opportunity to catch more. KJ will get split from the team. They still want to maybe be able to give him the surge, and they will. Divide Llama steps in, protects his support. Potential opportunity for Beast Coast to find a second. Goes to straighten up moves as well, is still under the Observer Ward. Everyone was thinking about him. Maybe wants Lumpy instead. Regardless, they won't get anyone. It's going to be a tower. And you're fine with that heroic. Like, that's a 1-for-1. And like you're saying, like, Beast Coast, the more minutes that we have, this net worth lead is continuing. It's up to 14,000 now.
Yeah. I mean, it's honestly, for Beast Coast, that went pretty good compared to how bad it could have went, right? They killed the Tusk right away. But the Orchid, what can it do at this point? The Shadow Demon, he has the cleanse available now. But luckily, they still were able to kill him in that stun. Otherwise, if he would have got the snowball off, I think that fight would have been completely different. But yeah, that Orchid that you picked up to maybe kill heroes, Shadow Demon's got the demonic cleanse for that now. So that's going to be even more difficult to find the connection as long as that Shadow Demon is nearby. And I think the big item is going to be the fact that we have a BKB on Shadow Fiend soon. He's going to be able to posture himself much more aggressively with these Requiems.
I think he needs to feed with that jump in. Just analog, and we're going to see them start to position themselves down bottom. And look to take Roshan. This goes nowhere near the area, and this is probably going to go down uncontested.
Yeah,
Already.
pretty clinical game here for Heroic. Just getting the objectives, they're pushing out bottom illusions. The team fights, like, really, I think if you're Beast Coast, you have to set up little traps on the map and find a way to just hope Heroic is a little undisciplined in some of these fights. Just hope that's the case. Because a straight 5-on-5 onto Aegis kind of seems like suicide. They're down 15,000 gold here.
Are there combos that you would like to see set up traps? Like, is it Invoker Hoodwink? Or where you go, like, I don't know, the Sharpshooter extra damage from the Hoodwink with the Invokers enough? Or is there different combos that need to be set up across the map to maybe get pickoffs on supports?
I mean, yeah, unfortunately, the Oracle can't really contribute much to this. So it does have to be, like, cores plus a support. So, yeah, the Chaos Knight probably needs to link up with even the Invoker at this point. And Pango potentially with the supports. But I think this DK at this point in the game has to find kills. Because Pango doesn't do any damage. Not in this game. He's just kind of be your team fight. But he is not going to be killing an Alchemist. He's not going to be killing this Darkseer, that's for sure. And he's not killing the SF. You're going to need something like an Invoker with the hard lockdown. It has to be like some Chaos Knight stun, because you have Greaves available. You have so many abilities right now. And I'm just like theorycrafting in my head. You set up these little traps with a couple heroes. I don't even know if you get a hero kill. Like, these traps have to have like at least 3 or 4 heroes in it. I don't know if 2 is enough.
Inside the river, Analog's going to look for the charge up of the Requiem. Looks like they're going to be rewarded with a kill onto Vitaly.
2 is definitely enough for Heroic, though.
Yep, no doubt. Believe they have, and damage they're able to output. So T2 Tower now is going to go down as a result. Omisha trying to cut the wave, but just going to protect it.
Still dragging it, though. So. It's like he will get it, but at what cost? Schofield is on the hunt here.
A little... Oh, wait, what's going on? It's just being so annoying on Schofield. There's Analog. So, I mean, this Chaos Knight was toying with the idea of going Manta. He changed it up. He Blink Dagger, and Shard is almost completed. So, this is about to be a pretty big, at least,
Shard
item spike, and he's got level 15 as well. I don't know when you actually go for the talents on this hero. It hasn't gone for any just yet, but yeah, we'll see what Pike is going to be able to do. The Violent, oh, like, oh no. He kind of really can't have any deaths, especially on this hero at this stage of the game. It has to be a flawless performance from here to home if you're going to get the victory, and unfortunately that will be not the case for Pyke's Chaos Knight.
Yeah, not having the easiest of the game, that's for sure. But it's just the nature of the game right now. Like, you're just super far behind. You don't have damage right now. Like, the heroes are too tanky on Heroic right now. And Heroic, they're just going through the motions right now. They're showing why this is the team, qualifier after qualifier, that is qualifying for everything this year. This just seems too easy for them.
Yeah. Really does. Balls from them. Bottom they go. You can probably high ground. No, with this Aegis, you're going to get the T2 tower. Let's see if they feel strong enough to try and walk it up.
It's only a minute left on Aegis. I don't think the objective here is to end the game. It is to continue to build this lead. Maybe on the next Roshan, you can go end, or perhaps you get a pick, and then you can go high ground. But the brute force high ground, probably not going to happen. He's going to go high ground for now, but I think he's just trying to force heroes back. His concoction, or his ult, is going down here. 40 seconds left on it. Alk is out. And now they have a choice. Actually, their lanes are pretty bad. They might want to continue to stay here until they bring at least everyone back on Beast Coast.
Looks like almost everyone has come back. He will now TP in. 15 seconds left on the Aegis. Can they time it? It's like maybe
they forced him in.
Okay. And what's the call? How do you take this team fight if you even want to? EMP is going to be charged up, but he's able to get the blink where they used the Rolling Thunder. Ooh.
I think you got what you wanted there. Maybe you sweep on down to mid lane here. That was a pretty cool play, though. The Lumpy force-staffed him in towards the end of the Aegis, making him feel a little uncomfortable. Unfortunately, they don't really have any good ground abilities that can stun you as you're respawning from Aegis. Maybe if they would have tried the Rolling Thunder on top of the Aegis respawn, that could have had some potential benefits, but it fortunately was not cast, so free blink out for K1. And the rich get richer now, up to 18,000.
Yeah, almost have this Yasha and Kaya for analog. Level 18 is probably the important, well, I guess level 20 is the most important thing, but it's ultimate shield rune for him, so now he's even less vulnerable. I guess it can be purged off inside some of the fights, so we'll see if that's going to happen, but he can aggressively jump in, especially with people playing behind him. You've got more auras with this whole Cuirass. They're actually pinging bottom lane as well.
Yep.
So
definitely this team much more experienced than the rest, realizing they went back out on the map and it's like, if you guys want to keep leaving the map, I'm going to keep going high ground. They're going to kill on El Micho. They're going to get the ranged barracks. They're going to get the melee barracks. And why stop there, you know? Why not just wrap around mid lane? Oh, they don't have a wave bottom, actually. Did a good job on this Invoker cutting that wave, and in the mid wave, Vitaly also cut that wave. They have one more wave coming from the mid wave. They gotta wait here. And I think they're just sacrificing this barracks here from the looks of it. Nice snowball to dodge. I was wondering if he's gonna try Manta dodging it, but that's obviously a lot harder to do than just getting snowballed. So he really has to work for this melee barracks here. But he will get it in the end.
it feeds the forward spirit. Oh no. Okay. He gets it. K1's gonna go back to top.
Yeah, that's the problem this
join
game.
him.
That forge spirit feeding.
Yes, that's why they're in this position. Yeah, should not
That's
have.
the big one.
God damn it! Why'd you feed the forward spirit? Only if you didn't do that, Lumpy.
Yeah, that'll be the
Gave 20,000 net worth lead.
post game conversation right there.
Dude, I don't know. You have that pipe as well of all the auras. So Greaves, Shiva's pipe, AC,
I mean, you do have BKB on Pike, so that's nice. Nobody else. Oh, we have Ags on Pango, so perhaps with this BKB and Pango Ags, still an uphill battle, but it's something.
And the smoke from them is going to be off the mark. They're reading that's Heroic sending everyone to the top side of the map. And I guess Heroic even have the wrong read. All right, Roche is up. Let's see if they're going to be able to get some vision around the area. We'll only be here for a minute.
There's a chance K1 does make them come back.
Oh, they're coming. Don't do it. Don't think it. Oh, no. Oh, no. I mean, they're in moves. They got a glimpse of the Oracle and...
They're trying to commit for Roche.
He's very They might get it, actually. They're running the other way. What's going on? I thought they knew the Oracle was there.
I think they know.
Yeah, he doesn't want to do it. He's like, no, guys, it's not a good idea. They're coming.
They popped Phantasm for this.
Umpy's going to teep into the outpost, but Analog's going to see him. Umpy force up onto the low ground. Can they do anything? Moose gets at least the false promise to the last second. It's not going to matter. There's no way you can heal through the damage that's been dealt. They'll even commit the Requiem just to secure the kill. Oh, this is a Hail Mary play. It's a crazy play, in fact. Oh, and it's just not going to work. They were set up for the TP. Heroic are here. Down to the south. They're going to catch Pike as well. Scratching your heads a little bit. 4-0 Heroic. It's just looking too easy. They're not even going to... I guess Analog's going to shove up mid. The rest will go for Roche, but it just seems to be no chance for Beast Coast in this game.
It is a very difficult game for them. And I like the discipline here. Just like, let's do Roche before ending. The respawns will be in 30 seconds. We don't want to catch a surprise buyback or anything, as we did use our BKBs. There's no rush here. And I do like the decision-making Heroic is making in this game. It is nice, clean, and methodical. We're not seeing any of those, like, what is this guy doing here situation, or these feeds back and forth that a lot of these other teams have been struggling with. This is the cleanest Dota of the tournament.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
Something you would expect from a team like Heroic and the experience that they've been accumulating so far throughout the year. They are without a doubt bringing the 8 game and showing why they have been the best team in South America. East Coast are yet to find an answer, and they probably will not this game. 30,000 net worth lead, almost the same as the minute mark. 1% probability. They're going to try and poke.
And he's in.
Poking is working. Okay. Oh, the poke is very much working. Schofield over the other side with the yours combo, and all this time again is going to be able to find it before Vitali. He's able to get any hope of the Rolling Thunder to reset his position. Pike's going to try and catch Schofield on the retreat, but K1 jumps in aggressively to protect his support.
Oh, nice, what a vacuum
Llama just waiting. Schofield's going to be there to follow up as well, with moves going down. Pike's going to be next. BKB, but can he escape? Tries to get back towards the safety at the base. Schofield shards, blocks him off just on the edge. They're actually going to try and look to turn, but they're going to be cautious.
They're just going to go for the barracks here. They'll mop them both up here. Perhaps you fight when Pango is up, though. The BKB on cooldown and the Rec Room for the Shadow Dome. K1 very patient with his BKB. Still holding on to it. You got to go now. This is your last chance. The wraparound from Pike. Pango.
Vision on KJ.
Got to use this ultimate.
Let's see if they're going to be able to blow up the Shadow Demon. Orchid's there with the burst from the Phantasm. Pike is going to blow up one. Is this somehow the opportunity for you to get even a conversion onto multiple other heroes? They are clumping up inside the middle with the Aura. Divine Llama looks untouchable. They're still going to try and make the attempt, but he's just not taking any damage. This guy has too many items. Now they're back in. Pike protected with the false promise of the last moment. He's going to be forced to stand his ground. The bushwhack will connect onto 2. Pike, does he tick out in the false promise? He will live. But your buildings are falling. It's mega creeps now for Heroic to work with. Invoker's just gone. All right, Analog Requiem over the right side. Didn't even get an exactly on top of the Invoker, but it doesn't matter. Silence will prevent the concoction. Actually, she's gonna run onto the Chaos Knight, so he'll get the stun in the end. Pike might actually die, not enough.
All right. I mean, you're getting some kills on like some supports, right? But that's just like the state of the game, unfortunately, right now. You're down 40,000 gold. You're against mega creeps. You're just severely. Even Pango got like a good initiation there. It looked really good. It's just you don't have damage. El Micho is not that hoodwink we're used to seeing, where you're just shredding people apart with the acorn shot. Not against the auras that have been built by Defy Llama, and just the natural tankiness of heroes like Alchemist. You got the demonic purge healing people as well. Schofield saving people left, right, and center with the snowball. Basically, the way I say it is, Beast Coast, they can all in and kill a support, but it's very difficult for them to kill a core. I guess they got the Aegis pretty quickly, but that was pretty much K1 just being like, I'm not going to use my BKB here because I have Aegis. If they ever try and go on him and he gets his BKB off, they won't kill him. So you got to kill him somehow before the BKB, but your instant initiation isn't really there. This Chaos Bolt is really slow.
Potential last fight, smoke up. K1's just, he's charging. Everyone else is going over towards the Tormentor is, but K1's just dancing inside their base.
I mean, he's got a farm, you know?
Ben does farm well. I'll do it at a rapid rate, and now he's going to look for the end. Jump in aggressively onto Pike. We're able to at least get the combo out. Analog with an aggressive jump in, looking for the double Requiem. Enough damage to get the kill onto the Oracle. And now fears the Invoker over to the left side as well. Analog trying to get the style points. And we're back inside the middle. Vitali, Thunder's expired, and his life is soon to follow. They're even going to be able to cancel the Hoodwings TP out of the base. And this is going to be all for game one. This is just an absolute masterclass performance from the boys on Heroic. Really no stage of this game one where they contested, and now, I mean, this has to give them so much confidence heading into what could potentially be the final game here.
Yeah, I mean, after a game like that, either you're seriously going to be really confident because you've already bested Beast Coast before. So you get 2 extra attacks. Perhaps that breaks the refraction really quickly. We got to give it the benefit of the doubt. A lot of these things that we do see in this patch are unexplored, and to me, this is definitely one of them. So very curious to see how it pans out in this game.
All right, let's see. Let's see. You know, you leave it in the pool. Analog gets his TA, and is the Snapfire going to be a response? You said, you know, Beast Coast, they have ways to, you know, play around the auras themselves as well if they play from ahead, but this could just be a very similar game like we saw last. With early Roche, Radiance on K1, auras on Divide Llama, and them just to walk all over the map. You've got some great, you know, vision to potentially set up with the traps, the ability for Divide Llama always to gate in. You could just have such an overwhelming amount of auras and lead that the damage is just going to be non-existent for Beast Coast like we saw in game one. So this draft is cool for them. Let's see if they're going to be able to make it work here in the second game on Beast Coast.
See if they can make a 43% win rate carry work. Playing on hard mode.
The battle begins.
Late smoke from Heroic, and looks like there's going to be no fight. KJ will eat a bramble, a little bit of damage, but Gun is going to be traded. Nothing too crazy.
Why is Drow not good right now anyway? Is it because the precision aura is just bad right now? This hero is not that bad before, and it kind of like in theory got some buffs. I think they just like didn't give precision aura enough love.
Is some of the meta heroes, like the carries or what counters, are very strong at the moment?
I mean, sort of, but not really. It's like a little bit of everything. I think just in general, this hero's numbers are just not strong enough, but from now on, I'll reserve my judgments. We'll see how it performs in this game.
A lot of questions. We'll see how it's going to be able to go. I'm keeping tabs on Lumpy, and he's able to perform. It's something. Little Shredder just gets rid of all the refraction. Is the defense.
Yeah, and that's what I'm curious about, because like you don't typically care too much. I'm trying to figure out if the glancing attacks works on Lil Shredder. If so, that can like maybe kill that refraction even faster than I expect. But for now, holding your ground here.
So I know a while ago, I mean, there's been some different iterations of the Snapfire, but Southeast Asia, when it was at least first getting played as a mid laner, we saw it pretty much only up against the Ember. Your parts would go like Boots of Travel first, but of course we've seen some differences where you'll be able to scale with your right click because a lot of the talents, you know, the multi-shot being the big one. We'll see what Lumpy's, you know, the build's going to be afterwards. I believe he has an Atos currently queued up, so maybe Gleipnir is going to be the decision for him afterwards.
Yeah, we'll see.
See.
Kind of as I
Pike
expect here.
in a lot of trouble. It's a great charge from Schofield with the Firestorm. This is first blood. Really nicely done. You were speaking about the outplay that we saw from Heroic in game 1 and already coming to play with their off lane.
I mean, yeah, you picked Drow into Tusk. This is one of those matchups where one thing or one positioning goes wrong. And again? He just TP'd into his death?
Again.
No way.
Oh, Pike,
Okay.
you can't let this happen. Schofield, they allow him to slip out of the shards. Now Schofield might end up dying. Has a stick and a fairy divide. Llama's just walking forward, so...
Outplayed, I guess.
Yeah.
I thought they for sure would have the damage there, but Pike had a big stick available there. Wasn't able to die, and I think Moose on his Ogre finally being level 2 here. That definitely helps a lot. I guess at level 1, you can't really do anything to save your boy there. You got no skills at level 1 with this learning curve ability. But now that he has 2 points in Ignite, gonna feel a lot more comfortable here.
And our other side lane, Tully, how's he going on the Beastmaster? I bring it to Abaddon. Abaddon looks like gonna free farm this lane. Are they gonna slow Vitali down though on the Beast? Moose actually again gonna be able to kill the Ogre this time. Looks like Moose will be okay. Schofield once again is gonna eat a bunch of harass. Now Vitali top lane. A lot of spells being casted between the two side lanes. Vitali will pop out of the banishment. Poison's starting to stack up. It is 2 levels in the poison.
Oh,
He's actually gonna walk into it. Do they have the damage? No.
This one for, oh, close. Maybe not enough damage there. With just would have been very close though. And so far, Snap's been okay.
Again we go. Everywhere. Ogre's gonna go down. So I mean, just the shots into the Firestorm, and still this Underlord is doing so much damage. The 2 points tag team. They're gonna continue to put some pressure onto Pike. They don't want to let the Drought freely last hit under the tower.
That was a glyph. I don't know who used that one. Perhaps it was Pike there, just not wanting that Firestorm to do a lot. Divine Llama may be in trouble here. In fact, he's probably dead.
He is dead. Pike gets a kill. Nice one to pick up. Well done.
And Schofield's just dragging creeps here. Giving Underlord a little bit of present when he comes back. And both of them are just chasing. Like, it's a little crazy, but I guess they can maybe get him. Yeah, Snap is there, so that's gone. Lumpy will just take that one. Like, mine.
Which of the Drought probably gonna miss 2 creeps? Yeah, 2 creeps.
And they're gonna have a huge wave now coming the way of Heroic here. Wonder if they can bring one. Never mind. Underlord will nuke it.
Top lane, they're actually TPing in the Tusk. So KJ to start with this banishment, but he's just able to slip out. Now KJ is taking a lot of damage from El Misho, and they're going to be able to get the kill with the help of some of the summons as well. So that's a TP to top lane on Schofield and getting nothing out of it.
And unfortunately, this Snapfire, it didn't win the mid lane. We'll see if it's going to cook something up in like the mid game that we're not expecting. But as far as straight laning prowess, did not counter the TA at all. TA still top CS, top net worth of this game.
Come by with kisses. See if Lumpy even feels like he needs to use it. Snowball's going to be able to stall out some of the damage. Cookie will connect. KJ's going to try and tip into. Llama will go down, but it's just a question, can they get more kills? And with the kisses, they will. Nice silence. Pike helps them close the distance onto KJ. Now they're even going to be able to catch out Schofield running down the stairs. These are some big kills. I mean, you're not shutting down the Templar Assassin, but you are
you killing him?
securing your safe
Schofield.
lane. You should. Maybe he's got the shards if he can make it near the stairs to block him off. Cookie over the top, it's not going to matter in the end. So it'll take a little bit of extra time, but you will get 3 kills with Lumpy coming down.
Yeah, this game is going much better already here. Being able to connect, and just like that, a couple rotations, a couple deaths. This Drow somehow is the most farmed hero in the game. Who would have guessed after getting first blooded? We'll see what she can do with this advantage here. Gold always helps.
Yeah, that's like, what can she do though? Because Lumpy is continuing to run back and forth between bottom and mid. He just maybe turned around like 2-3 times, and he unfortunately didn't get the kills down bottom and has been away from this lane for quite some time. So his gold is really taking a hit.
Yeah, I mean, that's definitely a concern. Lumpy right now is net worth, and the Beastmaster more importantly. Hero we haven't really touched on too much here, but his net worth only at 2.5k here. Really struggling in this lane against K1 Sabadan.
I don't know if another thing with the Lumpy Snapfire is just like the kisses versus refraction as the like pre-BKB on analog. This is going to give you some way to kill the Templar Assassin in the early game. Moose, whenever it's a 2, might be able to help him with the cookie. In fact, Lumpy's just going to use it himself. So Moose will be chased down, but the Bramble actually intercepts him. It's not going to stop the snowball. So still going to be able to bring down Moose. Now thinking about Almisha, but maybe not having enough left.
Yeah, well, they do have kisses up, and Roar is online too. Maybe it's time for Beast to come make a quick rotation to mid lane and actually deal with this TA. Okay. So that's pretty much just what happened, right? Like, you use your cookie, you stun, you have a level 4 little shredder, you use the whole little shredder, and all it really does is remove their fraction. TA takes 0 damage. I consider that a net win for the TA, right? You eat a whole spell and your refraction blocks all of it. I don't know. Interesting stuff.
Oh, we'll see. See what they're cooking up. Importantly, this is a much different game though previously, where I was very worried with Pike giving up that first blood, but you are top net worth now on the Drow Ranger.
Yeah.
So this hero that's got a bad win rate in pubs is at least going to be able to play Dota, hopefully, where Heroic are unable to run over the game. Your supports are kind of getting levels too, like Almisha, 5 3/4, so you're going to have Bedlam at a decent timing. Speaking of supports in levels, Schofield's already got 6 though. They're really killing K1 top. They're going to actually try and even TP Pike to the lane. But K1, of course, has the ultimate to work with. They're going to rip the top, so they won't actually take the team fight. Lumpy's here, ready to go with the Mortimer Kisses. Raw into the globs. Snowball will be able to stall out a decent chunk of the damage. They're still going to be able to layer on the ground, so as soon as they pop out, they'll land on the globs and die as a result. As Beast Coast, 5 heroes is needed, but they get some kills. They will slow down the Abaddon.
Well worth it there. Like, all these rotations are coming into fruition here, and this Drow continues. Like, this Drow is actually out farming a TA. Pretty insane to say. That typically cannot be the case, but when you have 4 kills, apparently that's all it takes. So far, this last pick Drow, it's looking good. It's looking good for now. And Analog's TA still farming for now. Not really ready to participate. Look at the stacks in the jungle here for this TA. We've got stacks for days on both of these camps here. Probably going to stack the Ancients one more time. Clear out this camp before it respawns. And TA is one happy TA this game. But this will most definitely overtake the #1 net worth position in this game. But top lane, we do have the Helm of the Dominator available.
I don't know if you're killing K1 again without these extra heroes. By the time being back up. This is really important that you're going to have a hero that can play this safe lane and make it not easy to bring the tower down. This has always been the big advantage of a Beastmaster, is you start to open up the map and often you force the carries into the jungle, but this tower is not going to go down easy. You can always bring the Underlord like we saw prior. Let's see if they have to bring the numbers though.
They will slowly whittle away at this, but it is taking them 3 heroes to do so. In the meanwhile, you have TA farming the mid lane, you have Shadow Demon stacking camps, and you have Underlord just freely farming the bot lane. So as you might get this tower eventually, it is going to be costly.
Really want to see them use Lumpy again. I mean, Atos was just completed with the kisses. Whenever it's online, I want to see this guy getting active. I mean, this is a big ability without a way to be able to kind of slow it down without any, a potential pipe onto Vylama or BKB. So see if they can potentially force a fight. You spoke about the Raw prior. We could see them maybe looking to try and smoke on mid and kill Analog as he's farming one of the creep waves aggressively.
And Analog is going an incredibly greedy build this game too. Normally when you see this TA, that Blink Dagger comes right after the Dragon Lance. You get a shard in between, and he's just going straight to Desolator. I don't know if this is a good or bad thing for the TA, but it's definitely greedy. It's going to slow down his ability to fight, but it's going to speed up his ability to farm. And he's already catapulting really far up. Shadow Demon is stacking yet again. He's going to stack for himself. This is going to be one farm TA. And right now, Hector is just making space for him by holding his tower there and taking these ganks. And then it's not like he's not farming himself. He's still getting farm. Obviously, slow down a little bit because he can't have that triangle. But here comes the Atos. He's going to find the Tusk. How long can you live? Not long enough to get the snowball off. So another kill. And I think this one will be the kill that finally opens up this tier 1 top tower. It took a long time, but they got it. Curious to see how much damage mitigation this Underlord is going to bring to the table versus a hero like Drowned Beast. Queuing up an item we haven't seen in a long time, the Crimson Guard. But definitely good for both of those heroes there, as he's going to use the gate to steal the enemy Wisdom Rune, and he'll get it.
All right. I'm making a play on the mid lane, not worried about the Wisdom Rune, so...
This is farm simulator for TA. Every time I see her, she's farming a stack. We're going to lose 2 towers for this, though, but Deso is available.
Yeah, she's big. All right, 14 stacks by the Shadow Demon. Oh my god.
Every single time I see this TA, she's farming a stack. She is so incredibly farmed, and yet again, I'm not sure if this is good or bad, because maybe if she had a blink, they could have contested one of these fights or two around these tier 1 towers. But because of this build, it's kind of like I don't really care about defending these tier 1s. I just want to get to my ultimate item timing as soon as I possibly can.
Looks like she's really gonna get there. She's having a great game. And really, with that being said, like, I don't know if this is like props to Radiant or to Dire, because it's only 2,000 lead and Radiant have gotten 2 towers, but we do see Beast Coast. They still have some pretty big stacks in their own triangle. I don't really have the greatest people to farm it though, so we'll see. They might need to do it together as some of the cores.
Yeah, and Beast didn't level up the axes, so he can't really do it. Historically, Beast would be able to do it with the max axe build, but not this game. For a bit of a different build. Bot lane, though, they're kind of posturing. Yeah, he got the Black Dragon. Get a bit of cleave damage there and fire balls. Radiance on Hector, so his net worth that was kind of slow is going to be exponentially increased now. I'm pretty sure, yeah, he's gonna surpass the Snapfire now. Still got a ways to go to surpass the Drow. Not sure if he will, just because this TA is taking so much farm on the map, but the potential is there.
Do we feel like anyone's wanting to kind of break the passive past couple of minutes we've had?
I know for a fact that TA doesn't, because this hero's not ready to fight yet. You need the blink, and then you can fight.
Oh, I like this. Okay, they scan it pretty quick, but it's gonna go down fast.
TA's bringing blink. She's actually ready to fight here. Even going first with Hector. It's already dead though. There's no defending this.
It's quick.
And the Beastmaster took it. Okay.
Ah. It's really not. Dude, I was gonna ask you. I was gonna be like, who takes it, but I really didn't think Beastmaster was gonna be the one that would get the Aegis. They got a big crit wave down bottom, so someone's gonna have to go back and. Unfortunately, they're probably gonna miss a lot of the creeps under the tower. So yeah, old experience not gonna go their way. See what they want to do with the Aegis. I mean, really the most important thing is you take it away from Heroic. This is a lineup that without a doubt could have taken it with ease. Your Desolator, Tag Team, Tier lineups really thrive on those early Roshan, so you will not have that now for Analog to play aggressively. So we're probably expecting this to be just, you're happy with taking it away, right? On Beast Coast, you're not going to use it to get any map control?
I feel like they should, though. They should definitely use this Aegis, because every time we see a game with an Aegis, that team kind of can progress on the map and do things, right? But if your goal is to not even do that, I'm not sure. I mean, I think Divai Llama doesn't want to do anything yet until he finishes his pipe, because right now he just has a bunch of items that aren't completed. And maybe with that pipe, along with this TA, like your big threats in this game, like a level 4 Ignite, the Mortimer Kisses, and maybe the damage from Bedlam is heavily reduced. And then furthermore than that, I think maybe you're even waiting for that Crimson Guard. And I think with those two abilities, it should be time, in all technicality, for Heroic to go play the game. Which means until they have those, you have an Aegis, you could probably take advantage of that on Beast Coast and make some stuff happen. You have your Pike available on the Drow. You have your Atos Dragonlance, you know, whatever on Lumpy. It doesn't feel like there's going to be any other item that you buy that really changes your progression too much. It's just going to be levels, I suppose. But you're not just going to sit here and farm creeps to 25, right? Like, that's not realistic.
See if they can falsify. The issue at the moment is just the vision across the map you have from these traps. Pretty decent ward setup as well, especially around the mid lane. This is highway to either the ancients or the top jungle, giving them a lot of information. Analog feels safe just to walk up to the T1 tower and snipe this almost for free with I guess expending a glyph. But while we have some time, I also want to discuss, like, when does Pike go for this scepter on the Drow Ranger? I know this has been, like, you know, with it removed or I guess changed into a scepter, some people go for it on a different slot. When do you want him to go for it this game?
I don't mind if he never gets it, to be honest with you. I don't think it's an item you have to buy. It can definitely be useful in this game. I think what he's doing is kind of cute, right? He's gonna go for the Silver Edge. That way he uses Silence and Silver Edge, and then Abaddon just dies because he can't use his ultimate. Granted, you don't have a mantra.
Really? You want to commit everything on Divide? They're actually just going to go for the tower and see a TP from K1. Got to be careful of the backstab. Analog is wrapping around.
This is interesting. This could be either good or really bad for Analogs, depending if they see him. Like, Analog wants to go in after his beefy boys go in. But they're smoked up here, and he's a little afraid of his positioning, so he's just going to go ahead and TP to the Tormentor. And they're just going to go ahead and farm that one up. Keep in mind, the Aegis is still up for another minute and a half. Oh, they found the buy.
On the front line. Drow Ranger just running head first into Heroic. Vailama's going to be able to survive the initial damage. Looks like K1 will run forward as well, with a roll being committed, but no one is being able to get value out of the stunlock. Analog blinks away now with a snowball. I mean, it's going to be able to protect them momentarily. Almosha continuing to pump fake this ultimate, but hasn't found a good terrorize. Meanwhile, Divide Llama, he rifted into the middle and it's just gone. Divide Llama not respecting Beast Coast damage output.
So Necro books, though.
Oh, yeah, all right. Free gold, then. Lumpy. KJ stepped up forward. We in 8 shots to the face and a secondary kill and what looks like a tower as well. So Beast Coast, they have come to play in this second game. They are not going to just roll over and die in this series.
Most definitely not, and that's why I gave the Beast the Aegis, right? He just wants to play in that front line there. Even K1, he went in there, but unfortunately for this Templar Assassin, like, we didn't see too many right clicks go off here. Like, you're really hesitant to go in. You don't want to get roared. Eventually, you get roared, and then after you get roared, you get terrorized. So you're not really doing too much damage in these fights as it is. And Defy Llama, I don't think he's just quite strong enough yet. Maybe this Crimson will change things a bit, but he went in there, right? He definitely got in there. Unfortunately, he was alone in that fight. Ends up paying the price.
Have you been coming across this Crimson Guard a lot in your pubs? Because I was hearing some people discuss about this item being incredibly stupid now with the change at on the B patch. I think China were picking it up a lot.
No, I haven't had to play it against too much, but I read it too and I thought it'd be really good. But I mainly play carry, so I've never really purchased the item.
You know that, yeah. Well, like, I mean, but surely you're coming up against offlaners. I suppose not that are building it though, but yeah, because
I mean, yeah, nobody's been building it right now. I want to see it more because like the change is very interesting. It potentially is really good. We'll have to see.
It could
we
be
have a quick camera reset here, but we'll see in the next fight. He's gonna buy it, and if it does make it so Beast and Drow are tickling him, I'll say it works, but
yeah,
not quite yet here.
So yeah, I mean, it's like physical damage only on Radiant. Okay, yeah, you got Kisses, sure. You got a little bit of damage from the Dark Willow, only level 1 Bedlam, but Bedlam this game is not even that great. You have no one to go in and use it, but
he's got a pipe too for that though. He wants like both these items. Like once you finish the pipe plus Crimson, you have protection on both fronts, right?
Yeah.
And that's why we're also seeing the Silver Edge. It might not be only entirely just for this Abaddon. Breaking the Atrophy aura is also going to be really important.
I feel like that's I honestly never think about Atrophy or in like inside team fights. I just always forget like this thing is continuing to reduce a lot of damage. Like he's got everything else, and then it's only level 2 at the moment as well in the aura. Max out pit. So
I mean, it is like one of those scaling spells, right? So the later you get it, the better it is. So it does make sense when you do have certain abilities like that where you can just max it last.
Saw a game last night, I guess this morning, whatever, with Eastern Europe, and someone went the other Underlord shard. Who was that game actually?
The shard or you mean the facet, right?
Oh, the facet. Sorry, the facet. I mean, yeah, I think it was someone on.
Yeah,
it was
the cleave.
Navi versus someone. Yeah, it was interesting, dude. He was cleaving like half the screen. I
You
didn't
can
see it
cleave
before, but
the whole screen, honestly, if you have enough stacks. Yeah, I've seen it quite a few times, and it's pretty good. Oh no!
What? Mid lane, K1. They're gonna try and attempt this. Vitaly with the blink reveal. I mean, you can play around with the ultimate on K1, but he's actually got the reinforcements coming through from the portal. They're gonna pop out, but instantly to the silence and the terrorize. And now, whereas Analog, your most fun hero, this TA needs to get into the middle. Crimson Guard activated, it's going to mitigate some of the damage. No one died yet on Heroic, and now the pit.
So bad.
He gets 3 of Beast Coast members. Analog's trying to step in. The side bleed spill will get 1. K1 didn't even die, and now Pike needs to TP up. Have they got the damage? They do. Heroic, the quick use of the portal, they're not even done. Schofield, this is not a Snapfire support. It's your mid laner on Beast Coast. That's going to go down as well, as they will lose no one. This net worth lead is blown up to 8,000 now.
Well, I think you learned your lesson there. Maybe we can't roar the Abaddon without the Silver Edge being ready. It wasn't available. You roar him, and then guess what happens? He turns on his ultimate, goes back to full HP, your roar is down, the Fiend's Gate comes out, the boys start going through the portal, and then you pop your Crimson Pipe, and I don't even know if I saw a single right click happen after the Crimson Pipe was, yeah, we're going to replay this one, but I feel like this is never going to work in a million years. Like, he just heals to full. Then after this, Crimson gets popped, so does the Pipe, and you stop attacking heroes after this. And I think Defy Llama gets some sick, like, 3-man route here into the Firestorm, and then it's just destruction at that point. TA in the backline also cleaning up. I think we have our answer now. Damage is going to be a problem for Beast Coast. But I think more than anything, execution needs to shift. We cannot be roaring this Abaddon. Maybe there's a world where we can roar him and hit him with Silver Edge and silence him later on, but you're not even close to the Silver Edge. Like, it's a dream right now for Pike right now. It's sitting in his quick buy. He's only got 1,000 gold to his name, but they want to make another play.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
It's such a scary position for you to lose that fight now with Rosharp, because again, this net worth lean that's massively in Heroic's favor. And you take one successful fight into Roche, all of a sudden you're going to be walking down objectives. El Misha is way too far in the front line, not playing behind his hero, and now it's a 4v5. And Heroic, they're looking for the backstab. They've been able to isolate 2 members over to the left, 2 down to the south. Shadow Demon's going to get blown up. The roll with Pike's damage deals with one of the supports. Over the left, though, Lumpy's been caught out as well with the Snapfire. Unable to make it across the bridge. Divide Llama, with the help of the boys, able to take care of him. Moves is in no man's land, but it's not going to matter.
And where's your damage coming from at this point in the game? It feels like Heroic are just way too tanky. And this game just got blown up in like a minute. I feel like everything was kind of close in that mid-team fight, and now you're in a situation where I'm having a hard time seeing where this DPS is coming from. And maybe Moose can just walk in there and steal the Sagus and be the hero.
He's very much going this time by the looks of it.
I'm not even interested. It does appear. No. Oh no.
Oh no.
It's like, go back. Mission abort. How do you even gauge something like that? You just have to like mentally play Roshan dying from the perspective of Dire in your head because you have no vision. Incredibly hard to do.
This is now a very scary position for you to be in, where the death wall, maybe it's not as early, but it can still do the exact same thing, where we're saying Radiant are lacking damage. You're going to group up as 5 and walk down objectives, and you need way more time on Pike. I mean, still away from the level 18, importantly away from the Silver's Edge.
Don't worry. Drow has the facet where she does 20% more damage when attacking from a high ground. So when she's sitting in her base...
They've found her though.
Yeah,
with
no
the Observer, KJ able to set up, and now with the Fiend's Gate in. Oh my lord, well done, Heroic, setting up across the map. KJ was so ready for that. And instantly through the portal they're gonna go. They gotta get the Wisdom. They'll go back up, 50 seconds, no Drow. Mid's getting shoved in. They're gonna knock on high ground.
That was so greedy from KJ. He's not gonna be able to go through the portal because he wanted that Wisdom. So no Shadow Demon, I guess. Maybe they'll think
he's
twice
just gonna
about going
feed
high ground.
home.
Nope. Okay. +2. Mid goes down, top is down, Drow is down, and
Lumpy.
K1 is in.
You gotta be careful about. So maybe Misha's gonna be a little bit worried where he is. They're trying to cut the waves. Moose cuts top. Mid is in though, unfortunately.
Look at all the sheer dispels you're playing against here. Refraction now dispels at level 20. Some damage there. And I think this dream of silencing the Abaddon and killing with a Silver Edge, it's dead. Demonic Cleanse on the Shadow Demon. He's going to be able to take that silence off almost every single time if he's in the vicinity.
But sure, that and then plus Snowball save and then KJ Banishment, you just have so many ways. And this can be a really frustrating thing when you're playing into two saving defensive supports where, okay, you jump one, then maybe like Tusk can protect the Shadow Demon. It's like, okay, well then maybe we need two heroes to jump. We jump them simultaneously, but well, firstly, you can't do that on Beast Coast. You don't have the heroes, and then even if you were to, that would mean the cores would then have a free fire.
Yeah, you got a lot of options on Heroic. That is for sure. You got lots of options in this game. And your options are pretty limited here on Beast Coast as this game continues to go on. That it does.
Got it.
This is potentially one fight away of Heroic being able to qualify. See if we can get to that stage.
This will be 2 years in a row that Analog and KJ would qualify for TI in a row. Last year on Keed Stars, I remember that.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
And looking pretty good this year too.
Scofield's going to be able to run into Moose. Looks like two supports going to be able to bring down the Ogre. Meanwhile, mid lane as well. Elmisha out of the base. And Dark Willow not going to be able to make it in. No one else is coming back as well. They are just farming across the map.
Sure play. Oh no!
Whoa, what just happened, Pike? Not
Pike's the wrong
where he
way.
wanted to be in. He doesn't have a buyback too.
Pike definitely pikes the wrong way there. That's for sure.
It's Megas.
Well, they can't really take bottom. But they could take the throne. A little better than Megas. We'll see.
Not just shit.
Drow
The stage is out.
Respawn time isn't super high right now because the levels are not there, but you have no Aegis now. Do you want to go back? Do you want to chill, wait for next Roche, or is the time now? Are you going to just go for the jugular here and try to end the game? Choice is yours for Heroic. I think both options are fine. Really, it just depends on how
100%.
confident they are.
Plus, feeling like this is a unlosable game. 100% for Heroic, and see what they can do with this last smoke. But K1 is going to put himself first, and Smoke pops a Pike being on the low ground. I have a good idea. They will go for a full wrap around Elmisha, Vitali, and Moose. Schofield sniffs this out though, and now they're kind of stuck here. You're not going to be able to get to the base without a fight. Gonna miss on the pit. Schofield with a jump in, targeting down Moose.
So spread out. Like,
And K1's gonna be able to stop Pike. This time he's actually gonna get the right direction over towards the base, but you block the avenue from getting away, and now they're gonna try and gate in as well. The Scepter
He's
from
so
Divine
done.
Llama means they got the Pike. The second one is there with the root. He's got a buyback at least, but your base is not gonna be alive. Enelop with a jump over the top. And they're going to have the damage. Vitali will go down. Heroic moments away of qualifying. Looks like no Dark Willow. 3 down, no buyback. Lumpy and Pike. And Heroic, congratulations. They will be our first team from South America to qualify to the road to the International Beast Coast. They will be knocked down to the little bracket. They'll have one more chance, but Heroic, this team continues to be the top dogs in South America. Every qualifier they continue to run through in quick fashion it was for them.